We are into part 15 of our course in software project management, and today we will discuss process standards introduction. So far we covered the essential project management up to part 8. Then we discussed the software engineering processes like the software lifecycle processes including the requirement engineering, software design, software construction, software testing, software release, etc. Now we will be discussing on the process standards. So process standards are important for projects because the projects are you can say not contiguous in nature, like a process starts at a certain time and then it ends at a certain time. So within this time frame a project is planned and executed. So each project has the same life cycle. So there will be variability of uh, process steps as well as the quality of the software product produced. So it is very important that you execute the same kinds of steps and same kind of process standards so that the quality of the software products you are producing through many projects will be very standard. Similarly, the cost of producing software products should be very standard, like almost the same. If you are producing the same size of a software product once in one project, and then you have another project and it has the same complexity and the size of the software product to be produced in that project, the cost should be similar. So this is the idea, and for doing it you need to have processes which run beyond projects. Maybe you can say at the program level, like in a program management, you are managing many projects, and at the program management level, you introduce processes which ensure that the quality level, the cost, the time required for completing projects, they should be similar. There should not be very much variableness from one project to another project. And even at the program management level, you still need something which set of, you can say, a set of processes which will manage the processes involved in software projects. And what are those processes? One is, of course, the project management processes like the planning, project execution, project closure, project initiation, and then the software lifecycle processes like requirement engineering, software design, software construction, software testing, etc. So the you need to have a process which will standardize and manage all these processes so that you get the results which can be, you can say, same across your projects, and at the same time the project processes which are happening at your peers place, like say uh, one project is being executed in a company one, and there is another project, similar project is being executed in company two. So if these projects are similar, so you should get the same result, same time required, same effort required, same cost, same uh, quality. So this is possible only when you have very standard processes, not only for one company but across companies. So for this, we have process standards and process standards improvement organizations like capability maturity model, uh, which is defined and developed uh, by Software Engineering Institute at Carnegie Mellon University. Similarly, we have ISO standards, the International Standards Organization, which creates and develops the standards. We have some other organizations which do the same thing. So we will discuss all those things in this part of our software project management. The processes which are used to build a product are themselves not foolproof and are open for refinement. So of course this is true because we know the software development life cycle processes like requirement engineering. But if this requirement engineering being done on a project by one company is good enough, or some more refinement can be done inside this process step so that you can get better results. So for this you need to have the standards. You should have understanding of those standards and how you are close to those standards. You may be far away from those standards, and so your results may not be so good, but you have been working for a long time and you have refined your processes. So you are very close to the standards set by, say, Software Engineering Institute or ISO. So in that case, you are very close to perfection. So this is the idea. If you refine the processes, you will end up making better quality products. Software engineering is the science which is used to refine the software lifecycle processes, the software lifecycle process models. This helps in improving software product quality. There are organizations like CMMI, ISO, etc., who have published software lifecycle models, which, when used, can ensure better software product quality. Software products are complex in nature. At the same time, they are intangible. Building them is not easy. It is unavoidable to stop a number of defects creeping during entire development life cycle. Only a thoroughly researched development model can ensure that a certain level of software product quality can be achieved. So here are some problems on software projects. So one is changing requirements. So you get a customer request for changing the requirements, and then some of them are fine, no problem. But what if there are a lot of change requirements? Then it creates a lot of problems to the project. The timeline will change, the cost will change, and the resource requirement will change. The actual size of the product will change. So it is a big problem. Then unclear, incomplete requirements. So you get the user requirements which are incorrect or incomplete, then you have a problem. Then lack of visibility. If there is no visibility in a project, like when you did the planning, but the planning was not good enough, so you are not able to see which task starts on what day, and which task and will end on which date, and which task is dependent on which day, which other task, and uh, visibility is not there at all, or visibility got diluted due to a lot of change requirements. So again, it is a problem. Then not enough in specifications. So the specifications for requirements are not so good, or specifications for the project itself, like uh, what uh, model the project will be using, what standards the project will be following. If they are not clear, then you have a problem. And here are the solutions for software projects. So one is just-in-time methods. So just in time can be possible on a project if you are very agile, and mostly what happens is generally the market demands change over time. And if you have a waterfall project and you created the project and you started the project say in 2015, in the mid of 2015, and now you are in mid of 2016. So in this period there will be a lot of changes in market demand, a lot of software product features may not be suitable today what they were suitable 1 year back. So if you introduce just in time methods, so just in time methods are basically agile process models like using Scrum or extreme programming. So here you get the requirements, and you do a very you get the requirement but not all the requirements. You take only say three four product features and you develop it in 1 week or 2 week or 3 weeks. So it is very fast, it is just in time. So uh, within this time is fine. There is no reason there should be a change in the market demand. So in this period, you develop the product feature and deliver to the customer. And in the next iteration after this, you take three four product features and develop it, and then again deliver it to the customer. So you are in just in time. So that is a better way of doing projects. Then assurance methods. So you define a very good quality assurance methods, like you implemented quality gates, so that if there are any when say software design is complete, it should be tested for accuracy and seeing they are as per the requirements. So the if not, then you need to do rework. You have to redesign some part of the product which were not as per the requirements. So this is a good way of implementing quality assurance, so that there are no defects in the product. There will be very limited software defects. The chances will be very less for defects to enter in the product. Then adherence to process standards. So you must stick to some process standards. For example, uh, your your company has implemented capability maturity model, and as per this model, uh, the software design needs to be made using the design techniques, like say you will be applying object oriented design, and you will be developing the object diagrams and state chart diagrams, and uh, then some other diagrams which must be there to ensure that the design is good, and design can be implemented by writing the source code. So you need to adhere to the standards. Then standard processes across organization. So this is one important area which used to be neglected before. So what it means is, say there is a software services company, and at one point of time they are executing five software projects. So these five software projects will have the same kind of standards, like the time required to develop a certain size of the product should be same across these five projects. Similarly, the quality maintained for the product should be same across all these five projects. So this is uh, you can say no standard processes across organization. Now let us discuss process tailoring. So what is a process tailoring? So tailoring is something like you have a process. Say you execute projects using waterfall model. Now you get a project which is not suiting well for this model. So what you will do, you will study the requirements for this project, and you will change some mechanism in the waterfall model to to suit your requirements. For example, in the waterfall model, actually there are no quality gates implemented. Quality gets implemented when you modify the waterfall model. So if you need to have quality gates, so you will modify the existing waterfall model and introduce quality gates in this model. So this will be a process tailoring example. So when process tailoring is required on projects, so one case is standard process models does not fit. So this is what we discussed just now. The standard process is not suiting to a project, so you will change the process to suit your requirements. Then unique product to be made. Sometimes you need to produce a very unique software product. So since the software product is unique in some ways, so definitely a standard process model will not fit. It must have some process which is different. So for example, suppose you need to develop a software product to be used by say uh, some scientists who work in astrophysics area. So astrophysics area is very unique area. So their requirements are very different, and if your company has been executing projects for commercial purposes like the enterprise software product, etc. So in that case, this project, which is for scientists, it will be different. So you need to change your process to suit this existing needs. Then no similar previous project. So in case you receive a project which has very different characteristics from what you have been executing. For example, software services company uh, specializes, suppose, in developing supply chain management solutions. So they are very good on this domain area of supply chain management. Now they get a project which is for a finance domain. So they do not have expertise in that area. So the the process which they have been using for developing the supply chain management software products may not suit for this new project. So it has to, your process has to be changed. So you will do process tailoring. Then customer requires it. Sometimes the customer will ask the project team to to do to execute the project in a very in a very different environment. The customer has this kind of process which you also need to adopt. So you will change your process. You will do the process tailoring for your process because the customer wants it. Now let us understand uh, how quality is achieved in manufacturing industry, and how uh, we can implement some ideas from manufacturing into say project environments. So in manufacturing, they have some process. Like suppose a manufacturing company produces, say, say, computers. So they produce hardware, right? So they have some process, they have machinery, they have people, and they have some production process, manufacturing process, and they apply this same process to produce laptops, laptops after laptops for decades, for a long time, until some change is needed. Say technology has changed, or laptops now, the market needs a different kind of laptop. So the company will change its process. But before that, since since they had one process, so all the laptops they were producing of a particular model in the same way. So all these produced laptops will have the same quality, regardless of when they were produced. So in manufacturing, we have this concept, right? So then again, for a different product, you have a different manufacturing process model, and for this different product, they have this different process, and they are producing again. But again, the products being produced in this other process will have the same quality across all these products being produced by this process. So this is the idea in manufacturing. So why not in project software projects? So suppose we have implemented CMMI standards, and using this process, we are executing projects and building software products. So since we have the same process, so the software product we are producing through our project will have the same quality from one project to another project. Similarly, now if a company has a rational unified process, or RUP for short, so this process is very standard, and they are producing the products. They are building the software products from these RUP processes. Then the quality should be same across all the products which they have produced through this project. So you can say the idea of manufacturing process can be implemented in software projects. The process models or standards developed by various organizations are fit for building only a certain kind and size of software products. So process model selection for software projects is very important. So now we should be thinking about different process models. So far we discussed the uh, standards for a particular process. Now since there are different kind of software products, and even size. Suppose you need to develop a small size supply chain management solution for a customer. So since the size is small, so the process will be different from if you require to produce a large size supply chain management software product. So there should be differences in these two types of products because the size is different. Similarly, kind of software product you are producing. For example, suppose you are producing software products to be used by finance people, and the software you are producing which are used by supply chain management people. So definitely there are two different kinds of software products, and so you must have some different process models for these kind of projects. So different kind of process models you need for different kinds of projects. So this is also a fact. Sometimes even these standard process models do not fit for a software development project. In those cases, process tailoring can be done. A standard process model is taken and then modified to suit particular needs of the project. Process tailoring for software projects. So when we need process tailoring, when standard process model does not fit. So we already discussed about this. Like yeah, we have a process for building software products which are used by supply chain management people, and now there is a requirement, there is a project where we need to develop a finance product, we finance software product. So the process will be definitely different for this new project. So your standard process model is not fitting in this case. So you will change your process. You will tailor your process. Then unique product to be made. So sometimes you need to create a very unique product. So like we discussed a product for scientists, astrophysics physics scientists. Then no similar previous project. So when you do not have a similar project before, and since it is a different kind of project, you have not worked on this kind of project, so definitely your process will be different for this project, and customer requires it. So customer sometimes may ask for a specific process to be adopted for their project. Now here is something about program management. So program management is it works on top of project management. So you can have a program management office, and there will be executive who will be in charge for the program management, and inside that you can have portfolios. So portfolios generally, you can say under the program management, suppose the company which for which this program management works, you have they get projects uh, for software products, for developing software products of a kind like supply chain management. Then they also get projects to develop finance kind of projects. Then they also get projects to develop some software products for social media. So how the company will manage all these different kind of projects? So they will introduce portfolio management. So in portfolio management, so there will be a portfolio for projects which develop software products of supply chain management type. Then there will be a portfolio for for projects which develop say finance software products. Then there will be portfolio where the projects develop uh, for social media. So you can have say three portfolios, and inside each portfolio you will have different projects getting executed. Software projects work in a discontinuous environment. Each project starts and ends without any link to previous or next project. This scenario poses problems as learning from one project cannot be carried easily to other projects. At the same time, quality and other project metrics will differ from project to project. To overcome this problem, a unified process is suggested which will ensure same results across projects for the organization. Program management and portfolio management at the organization level helps to achieve same results across projects. So this was all about introduction to process models and standards. And in the next session, we will see process improvement. So thanks for your time, and bye for now.